back again, this time with another quick video. We've got
Allie
and PopPop in AlliePopPop's kitchen. So yeah, today we're just gonna do a quick video. We're gonna do some bread. I know we said last time we were gonna do what we were supposed to do,
muffins.
but we were pretty eager to get back at it. So we're actually gonna save the muffins for a few more days. But today we're just going to do a quick bread recipe to show everybody how easy it is to make, that everybody can do this at home, and you can have delicious, fresh bread anytime that you want.
We have some new things, just so it's a bit different. So we have our ingredients on the counter that we were cooking on last time.
Yeah, we're going to get some new equipment and see what it looks like, so we might try some different angles over time. This time we got a table here in the kitchen, so see how this works, and the next one might be different again, so who knows, until we get comfortable with the setup that we really like, that we're going to keep going with.
And I tell you, I don't really like it, but I go with it.
This one is not a fan of change, but we'll get her. It's okay. Change is good sometimes. We evolve, we grow, we get better things, we can expand on what we know, and it's a great way to learn by changing.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to do some bread.
Yes.
Alright, have you ever made the bread with me before? I think you have.
Yeah, I think like a while ago.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So I've been making homemade bread for a couple of years now, and I do it almost every week, and we love it. We barely buy bread at the grocery store anymore because of this, and so we're gonna show it here now. So I use the bread maker to mix it. But you don't need to use a bread maker. If you have KitchenAid, you can mix it by hand in a bowl. It'll just take a long time to get it to how you want it. But yeah, the mixer does a lot of the heavy work for you, which is great. You just need to really know what ingredients to put in there and get it mixing. So we're gonna get started with it here now. So the first thing that we need is a cup and a half of water. So this is exactly 1.5 cups. So we just fill this all the way to the top with water. And then we pour it right into our, so this is a mixing bowl here. We have the two mixers in there, but if you're not using this type of thing, you can just pour it in a regular bowl. Put it in there. Alright, so that's 1.5 cups. With all our ingredients ready over here. So the next thing that we need is a tablespoon and a half of oil. So this is a half tablespoon, so we just fill this up 3 times. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole.
Yeah, 1 whole.
And then so we need 1.5 tablespoons, so makes 3. So now we have a tablespoon and a half.
It looks so like oily, like the oil is like floating and it's like keeping away from, it's not like spreading and mixing.
One thing that I like to do when making bread is mixing all the liquid ingredients first. In this case here we just have oil and water, we put those in. So make sure you mix those first. So third ingredient is salt.
Uh-oh, we spilled the salt.
I spilled the salt. That's bad luck. Toss it over your shoulder. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Yeah, so if you spill the salt shaker and you spill it on the counter, it's considered bad luck. And in order to break the bad luck, you got to take a little pinch of the salt and throw it over your shoulder.
Oh,
I might have done the wrong shoulder. I'm not sure if you had to do a specific one, but we'll see. Logan will clean up the salt off the floor later. So next ingredient is the salt. So we need 1.5 tablespoons. So we need 3 of these of the salt. You can just go right in there and grab it. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
1.
easy.
So 3 of them?
3 of those. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 4 for a second. 1, 2, and 3. Whoa.
Got it.
It looks kind of like a peach color.
So it's 4 cups of flour. I just use regular white flour. You can use whole wheat with this. You can use specialty flour. I tried it once with an almond flour. It did not turn out very good. I just did it as a straight substitute. If you do an almond flour for like a gluten-free option, you're gonna need to look up a specific recipe for that. Don't substitute it for this one. White or whole wheat works fine though. That was 3, so 4 cups of flour. That is done. We need 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Sugar?
So we're gonna use this.
This isn't the sugar.
That's sugar. What kind of sugar is it?
Brown sugar?
It's coconut sugar.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love coconut
little
Well,
better
I
than
love coconuts, like the oils that you put on you. I just love to eat that sometimes.
coconut oil.
Yeah.
Coconut oil is pretty good.
That smells good.
So 1 whole
It's
tablespoon
like
of
that
that.
pork thing.
Pour it right in.
One?
One of those, yep.
Okay.
So that's 1 whole tablespoon.
Okay.
So there's the same amount in there as if you were to use 2 of these, because these are half tablespoons. The last ingredient that we need for this, it's a very simple recipe, is just some yeast. And then all we need is this, is 2 teaspoons. 1. You want to do the other one? And pour it all the way up. Pour it in. 2. Okay. So that's it. So we got all the ingredients in here. We don't need anything else. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's all in there. So for us, we just put this in our mixing. Now, one thing that I like to do is you could use the bread maker and it can just start it for you, mix it, rise, and bake it right in there. I like to put this just on a dough setting, so I'll take it out after about 2 hours and put them in my own baking pans and bake it in the oven. And we'll show you that later, we'll get there. But if you don't want to do that, it can be a lot easier. If you do have a bread machine, you can just put it right in there and it can do all the work for you. But I think it tastes better coming out of an actual traditional. Alright, so all the ingredients are in there. We're going to let that do its mixing. So that actually takes 1 hour and 50 minutes for it to mix. And it rises and then it mixes it a little bit more and rises again. So the more times that you let it rise, the better it gets, the fluffier your bread is. So we're going to do that. After about 2 hours, we're going to come back and then we're going to split it up into our baking pans and then bake them, and then we will be back from there.
Hi.
Alright guys, we are back. So the bread is done mixing, it's over here. I'll take it out and show you. So after 2 hours, the dough looks like this, so it's kind of risen up pretty good. Ready. So I've got 2 of these bread pans.
I think you need to spread butter, right?
Yes, you need to put butter on it. So I've got some butter on a piece of paper towel here, and then I'm just going to spread it all along the sides and the bottom.
Just so like it doesn't stick to it?
That's right.
Because if it sticks to it, then you can't get it out and it won't be officially bread.
Exactly, and then the crust will all get ripped off, will get stuck to the sides of the pan, and that's just not fun.
So make sure you get a lot of butter.
So you put a lot of butter, and butter tastes great anyway, so it's just adding more flavor to the bread. Do you want to get the other one done?
Sure.
Perfect, so you can do that one. Alright, so that one's pretty greased up. You can see that. I like to use a scale. That way I know that I can get 2 even loaves of bread.
That's good, right?
That looks perfect. Yeah. So after the dough is risen, I'll take it out and just kind of flatten it down again, mix it up almost into another little ball. So you can squish that up a little bit more.
I feel like a brain that's like wobbly.
Wait, when have you felt a brain?
Well, like, I know that they feel squishy because they look squishy.
Oh, okay. So you think that's what a brain would feel like?
Like, yeah.
You think that'll fit inside your head? So cut it down the middle.
That's super squishy.
Cuts real easy. And we weigh it again. So we're looking for something around 17. So 1 pound is 16, and then almost 1. So that's actually pretty close. I'm good with that. So you can do this with this piece. So what I like to do is just kind of roll like this, almost like it's Play-Doh, and make it like a little tiny loaf. Yeah. Stretch it out a
This
bit.
is so hard, like, it's not doing it the other side.
Yep. And then
It
so
kind of looks like a peanut.
a peanut.
A
Yeah.
giant peanut.
Let's see that. So once you have it kind of like
Oh, it
this,
looks like a baby in a blanket.
then
Oh!
it just goes right into the bread pan.
Okay.
Yeah, we can try that. Leave it in there. So that looks good. So we'll show the people what it looks like here. So here we go.
It should be good.
So those are in there. So we're not going to cook it yet like this. We want it to rise a little bit more. So what I like to do is cover it up to keep the heat in it so it rises. And I usually let it rise for about 45 minutes or so. So I'm going to tell Alexa, hey Alexa, set a timer for 45 minutes. So I'll actually come back in about a half hour, preheat the oven. We got to preheat the oven to 400 degrees Celsius. and then it'll cook for 20 minutes. So we'll be back once this is finished rising, and then we'll be ready to throw it in the oven. So
Bye.
back soon. Alright guys, we are back. Hi. So just wanted to show you the bread after it's risen.
Ooh, so like puffy.
It's about 45 minutes of rising, maybe a little bit longer. The oven preheated at 400, and it is ready to go in. So we're going to bake it for 20 minutes, and then we'll be back in 20 minutes, and we'll have some fresh bread, and we'll try it out. Be right back. Alright guys, so we're back. The bread is just finished in the oven, so we're going to take it out and have a quick look at it here. See what we got. I'm going to come in and have a look.
Yummy bread.
So what I like to do after they've come out of the oven is take some butter, kind of like the same way that we did.
Oh yeah. And then you gotta put it on there.
That's right. So just kind of spread it alright, have like a nice butter glaze on it. So this makes it a bit easier to cut. It gives it some extra flavor, and it's not so tough on the crust. So
Yum.
Yum. A special shout out to my wife, who is filming this right now, being part of the show. So the crust is a little hard right now, but it does actually get a lot softer if you wait a little bit. I'm just eager to get this done because it's past Allie's bedtime. I'm just trying to get this done, get her to taste it, so we can get fresh bread in. So there would be some butter flavor on it, but just around the outside of the crust, just not on the top of it. So
yeah.
This is super warm butter, melts real nice on it. This reminds me of growing up. My dad always used to make homemade bread right out of the oven. His parents put molasses on it. Not like that. Alright.
Tasty.
All got our pieces. One for you.
Thank you.
Mom, you want one too?
Thank you.
There you go. Alright, usually we'd have the boy here testing with us, but he is long asleep. And then we can cheers it. You've already started eating. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Alright.
High five. We did a good job.
You just can't beat it. Anyways, as you can see, super easy recipe. 6 ingredients in total. Mix it together, bake it. A couple hours, you got some homemade bread.
And next time, remember, we're gonna make some muffins.
We promise. Alright, we're done. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoy your bread. Hope you guys give it a chance. And if you do, let us know how it turns out. Bye-bye.